All right. If you come in to tune in to watch this video, that means either you watched the Colorado and Utah game last night, or you're coming here for the report and coming here to see exactly what happened in the game. And as you know, I'm going to give it to you from a different perspective, but guess what? It still will be accurate, piece by piece. So just don't move. Don't click off. Just let me get through the video, and I won't take that long. And here we go. Ooh, I can't believe I'm going to report this, but at halftime, Colorado was down 40-0. You are hearing me right. Halfway through the game, after midnight on October 24th, I don't know, but this was a brutal beatdown and awakening for Colorado Buffaloes, Coach Prime, the offensive coordinator, Pat Schumer, and the defensive coordinator, Rob Livingston. Woo! It started off with a bang. The veteran QB quarterback Damper didn't even play. Their rookie quarterback Finland actually started the game. This was his first official game. Can you imagine he will remember this game for the rest of his life? Where him and his team scored 40 points in the first half. Now, one thing to know that Utah was coming off a loss with BYU last week, and BYU was their second conference loss. So, of course, they was going to come into this game with aggression, excitement, and trying to prove a point. But they came out of the gates fired up, which, I mean, we were used to that. But Colorado had nothing to give. Nothing on offense, nothing on defense. I've never seen Colorado play in this manner. I know that sometimes bye weeks kind of make the team rusty, but this here, it was almost frightening to see. I am sure Kay Salter probably was sacked 8 times just in the first half. I remember throughout the game, at one point in the second quarter or at the end of the first quarter, out of 12 or 18 plays, there was a -3. Salter could not hit anyone in the short distance, mid-range, and long range. It was brutal. Another dagger came in the first when Utah executed a devastating trick play using their punter to continue to drive. It reset the clock. It reset the play. Woo! Utah rushing attack was crushing to the Colorado defense. Whew. It was crushing to the defense. Colorado couldn't do anything. I don't even know what the halftime speech will be for the Colorado. I don't know what Coach Prime could say in order to motivate this team or to get the molasses out of their veins. I don't know. This is a tragedy. And I know the millions of watchers that are up tonight, half of them have probably turned off the game because it was just that bad. So everything that I predicted in my earlier video, scratch that. This is not a double win. This will not be a double win. This was a brutal beat down. I was expecting some type of thriller in Utah coming from Colorado to beat Utah at home. I will have to look up another word for embarrassing. They demolished Colorado in the first half. Once again, Utah demolished Colorado in the first half. What time is it now? It is 14 minutes after midnight, and Colorado has not scored not 1 point, not even got in field goal range to get 3 points on the board before half. Utah is up 40 points. 40 points to Colorado 0. There has been no sighting of Omarion Miller. There has been no sighting of JoJo Williams. And there is rumor that some of the players even returned from the bye week late, so they had to sit out the game, or that was their punishment. I understand each team has those type of conditions where if you don't meet certain requirements, you sit out of a game. I understand, but what is going on in the locker room? What is going on in their mentality? What's going on in my nephews? Mental. I don't know if I don't know if this Shedeur situation is impacting them mentally, because before this happened to Shedeur, a lot of people came to Colorado thinking that Coach Prime was going to be that pipeline from college to the NFL. And now that everyone is witnessing what is happening to Shedeur, I think these young men are mentally calling it quits. Most of them have already probably did a self-evaluation and deemed themselves not NFL qualified, or they may think they don't have the skills in order to get into the NFL. So maybe they're just calling it quits. Because if Shedeur is going through this, drafted in the 5th round, if Shiloh is not even on a practice round, they're probably looking at their self and saying, hey, if Shedeursanders, who we know was a documented, solid, highly talented QB1, if he's not even getting any play time in week 8, why do I need to win for Colorado? Why do I need to get out on that field and do my best when, hey, my career is going to end at Colorado? I don't know what's going on with the team inside of the locker room. I don't know what's going on within the young men's, mental state, what their mental state is. I don't know if they're motivated. Now, hey, Shedeursanders 2 weeks ago was not getting playing time, of course, in the NFL, but the team was different. The team was highly motivated. We were on track. We had a lot of momentum going into this particular game after the bye week. I don't know, is it because this is a young team? And no, because these young boys have been playing. They have been playing high school football, college football for a few years, so they know what a bye week can do mentally and how to prepare post-bye week, during the bye week, pre-bye week. I don't understand what this is. So it's not like this is something, a new rule that all teams are experiencing this year. Everyone is familiar with a bye week. So I don't know what the solution is going to be after this game. I will do my best to find out what the issues and concerns are and try to find those receipts. So I'm going to do my best to find out what the issue was and pull those receipts. So make sure you come back for part 2 of Colorado versus the Utah Utes. Any wave of momentum that we was riding on for Colorado has become a lazy river. So correction, the halftime score was 43-0. The halftime score was 43-0. Excuse me. The last time that Colorado played Utah was November the 16th of last year, and Colorado also lost that game 49-24. And at that time, Colorado was actually 8-2 last year, and Utah was 4-6. So it was a big reversal. Now Utah has the winning record in the Big 12, and Colorado has the losing record in the Big 12. Now, this was highly unexpected. Now, what happened, what Coach Prime had stated in that conference room with the team did not translate to the game tonight. Did not translate at all. So, in a nutshell, Colorado's going to go back to the drawing board, find out what went wrong, why they didn't stick with the winning strategy or the winning plays that they executed 2 weeks ago. I don't know. This is a very painful night. This is very painful, I'm going to say, in Colorado history from when I started following them, which was 3 years ago. This is devastating. This is devastating. Devastating. This is devastating. So, and fair use, courtesy of welloffmedia. Hey, Bucky Sanders. Hey, thank you so much for providing all of this content for the last 3 years. Thank you. Your work is not in vain. Now, the most confusing part is that we've had weeks to study this team. If Colorado didn't have time to study the Utah Utes early this year, they at least should have been studying them the last 2 weeks. Last week on the bye and this week here. What is the defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator doing? The Utah front line were massive. They looked like the Philadelphia Super Bowl front line, O-line players. They was massive. So with that, taking that in consideration, Colorado should have had strategies to make those players ineffective. They were huge. I mean, those boys up front was huge on that O-line. But once again, it was Colorado defensive and offensive coordinators' job to mitigate those factors, and neither happened. So why not? Coach Prime seemed like he was highly motivated going into this game because, like I said, I followed this team. Something happened on the way to Utah that caused this team that we saw in practice to not arrive. That team that was in practice last week didn't get on that plane. Something happened. Something totally happened. What it is, we'll never know.